Good afternoon. Allow me to ride on the protocols already provided at the beginning of this session. Mr. President, Madam Rebecca Miano, all the ministers in the House, good afternoon again. Mine is very simple. First, I would like to welcome all the guests in Kenya. And as been mentioned that the Kenya real deal, the problem we have is, do we actually have a chance to sample it? Does the country have a chance to actually serve the guests? I think that should be the first thing we need to do. We need to use the people already on the ground in Kenya to be our first ambassadors to market the country. And how we do that is that we need to ensure through the President's office that we provide enough security in our country to ensure that the delegates in our country are free, not just to go to the national parks, but to enjoy Nairobi nightlife. You cannot sell a country if people cannot actually sample the country. So let's use this chance to sample the country so that we do not spend more money in marketing while they can do that on our behalf. They can talk about it, they can tweet about it, they can Instagram it, and allow the world to see it. Number two, the private sector in the country. This is your chance to actually ensure that you make meaningful journey of partnerships. Because the people that are coming in for the expo are actually looking for partnerships to work with us. Your Excellency, tourism offers you the easiest mode for investment. Because we need to expand our country so that people can visit it. But tourism actually is the easiest way to actually attract investment. So let's harness tourism to attract investment, not just the parks, but for the cities within Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret, Nakuru, and the rest. Now, my appeal. Bwana Sakaja, you mentioned that you want revenues from our parks. Bwana President, you cannot give Sakaja money until you give enough money to Madam June to help you to market the country. Bwana Lelenku, you cannot take our money before June gets her share. And I would like to make a second appeal, Mr. President. We as the private sector pay a lot of money to Masai Mara as a destination. I've been a chair for the last 3 years. Masai Mara has never given back money to KTB, while everybody in this room markets Masai Mara. Madam CS, our request, we like revenue share. Not for us as private sector, but we want a revenue share from Masai Mara to go to KTB to allow KTB to have enough kitty to market the country. We compete across the globe. We are going for WTM. We don't have money enough to actually ensure that Kenya as a country takes its rightful place at WTM. And we can do that by ensuring that we don't harass the national government, but we get money from the beneficiaries of tourism in the counties. So if we can do that, then we benefit by marketing the country better, and we get better revenues. My last remarks. We would wish, as the private sector, to bring to the attention of the national government that the policies being put in place for tourism would need us to participate in them so that we can advise as tourism players on which areas that we need to be hastened faster. We know that there are a number of airlines coming in the country. We would like you to ensure that those airlines are assisted to settle as we look for numbers in tourism. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And Your Excellency, now allow me to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, Honorable Rebecca Miano, to recognize the CS's